Evening world, it's, well, God knows what time, it's early morning on the 9th of December 2013. This is my video on Uranus through the 6th and the 12th houses. Uranus brings change. I've discussed this a number of times. Change can be volatile, unpredictable, disruptive. It can also be stimulating, innovative, and unusually creative. In the 6th house, the 6th house is most commonly associated with words like work, but not work in terms of profit, but work in terms of duty and service and responsibility for others. However, I consider the 6th house to be at least as important, if not more so, in other areas, and these being health, hygiene, nutrition, diet, and lifestyle management. So Uranus here is always going to be a bit of a maverick, and there's going to be unusual attitudes towards health, unusual attitudes towards diet and nutrition, and people with Uranus in the 6th house are always on the negative side, going to perhaps not take that much care of themselves, or else be chocolate junkies, or else brown rice junkies, going to extremes of dietary behaviour. These are the people who, when they got really low self-esteem, can just be the permanent springboard for everyone else's success. They become the person who does everything for everyone else and nothing for themselves, and then bemoans their fate. At the neutral level, Uranus in the 6th does give a more perhaps open and ambivalent attitude towards health matters, and is certainly going to be interested in all types of new dietary arrangements, new foods, new ways of managing lifestyle. The idea of being conventional is always going to have an element of boredom about it. And at the positive level, Uranus in the 6th house is always going to be someone who comes up with innovative ideas and original ways of working, ways of bringing independent lives into a much more freer lifestyle without being caught up in the routine of the combine. Uranus, in a positive way, in the 6th house, brings simplicity in efficiency. It brings a kind of willingness to cut all the corners to make everything more effective and working in a much more simple way. Whereas Uranus in the opposite place, the 12th house, is a bit more weird. The 12th house is the house of the unconscious and the subconscious. And when Uranus is in a difficult way, under bad aspect in the 12th house, it's going to perhaps bring the odd brainstorm, the odd nightmare. Certainly it's going to bring flashes of insight and intuition, which may well be quite uncomfortable at times. There will be an element of precognitiveness that is not necessarily fortunate. It's just about a premonition of things about to happen or people about to say something. And it can lead to discomfort in oneself. Uranus difficult in the 12th house when dealing with individuals who are being not transparent. People with 12th house Uranus know when others are lying. They just feel it in their guts. Uranus in a positive way, in a neutral way in the 12th house, is someone who will generally manage somehow to get out of the way at just the right moment. They're the type of person who will always manage to just be out of the way when the truck comes spinning around the corner, or know when just to leave the room just before someone delivers a broadside. They have a kind of internal intuitiveness that, if trusted, will always work. And Uranus positively in the 12th house brings the ability to somehow gauge not just the individual empathy of people around you, but to be empathized with the big picture, the big scene, the world, the environment, the situation around oneself, in a way that gives a sense of clear knowing that's beyond understanding. You just know when something's right or wrong, and you can trust that knowing. Retrograde Uranus in the 12th house is someone who may always have trouble in themselves trusting their intuition. And retrograde Uranus in the 6th house is someone who, if they do not willingly open up to new techniques and new opportunities for nutrition and lifestyle, could easily end up with digestive problems or minor health problems. Uranus in the 6th and 12th houses, not the easiest of places.